Greetings and welcome, gnomes and nomads. Welcome back to Castlegoat and to Evelyn having made a legendary goblin sandwich, the Naturebather. Well, at least they bathed. You gotta look on the bright side, though I don't know, that name does sound a little suspect. We are continuing the beautification of the guardsmen's rooms, or rather the blackened ones' rooms. Now, there is a slight problem with the training grounds. I started noticing an abnormally large amount of people passing out due to exhaustion while I was off screen. As you know, I've considered building extra rooms because I thought, oh well, it must just be that catching up with me. But it was really strange, the amount of people passing out from exhaustion. And it just seemed like no one would ever leave the training grounds. Once their shift ended, they didn't stop. They just carried on training. And eventually we had so many people training that everything was slowing down. And this was the reason why I was rotating their shifts. So I hit the forums and the Reddit for Gnomoria, and I discovered a few, well, cautionary tales, I should say. Apparently people who have been playing with the patch for longer than I have had people simply die of thirst and or starvation. Well, one or the other, each person, but, you know, multiple people in the fort, due to what appears to be these training grounds basically overriding everything else, even self-preservation. They just never stop training. It's like a cursed training ground. As a result, I haven't seen either of our standing military doing anything crazy, but I am going to continue with the downtime for them. Now, I'm hoping that, I'm praying that no one dies as a result of this, because these are very, very well-trained troops. But for now, I have completely disabled all militia training. I know, it's terrible, but hopefully we won't have long to wait before a patch comes out that will address this or tweak it or whatever they need to do. But yes, suffice to say, a few scare stories about people just dying of thirst because they became so obsessed with training was all it took for me to decide, yeah, I don't really need you to train that badly. You know what, you can just relax. So all of our militia are just doing regular work for now, until such a time as I'm confident they're not going to work themselves to death in the training grounds. Let's clean the floor over here. Do we need to do anything over here? Well, we may as well clean these up as well. But other than that, we should be doing okay. Oh, fantastic. Who is that? Is that Lizzie? Is it... Oh, wait. Oh, Scalded Land. I was worried there. Is that Lizzie or Sopransky? Lizzie. I should have known. Good old Lizzie. Applewood wheelbarrow, created by Shelab, contains ridiculous amounts of orange wood logs. Fantastic. We are making more orange wood furnishings, so that is required. Now, let's check out Undead Llama's room. 694, that's not too bad. 697 for Elzendorf. And at this stage, we can move over TrollOfReason. So let's go ahead and do that. So we want to designate this as personal quarters first. And I need to do this in two sets. Where is TrollOfReason? Have I passed you? No, there we are. Okay, and there we are. And once again, TrollOfReason, you don't get to have two rooms. I'm sorry, but no. There we go. That is gone. Now, some of you may have noticed, I get the impression not many people actually read the video descriptions from the amount of times that people ask me for the name list when it is linked in the video description. But I have uploaded the... I need to replace these floors. The profession list that I've got. As well, there is also a link to the Year 6 save and various other odds and sods in the video description. Some people were asking to see my professions again. But I have covered this a few times in the various episodes, not just when I've set up the profession, but obviously people do ask every now and then to get a recap on them, so I go over again. But it'll probably be easier if I just keep a link to, so you can download and then import the professions. So that is now in the video description. It was on the last episode, and it will be on this one as well. I may go ahead and link it instead to the Dapperlings forum, the Steam group rather, and link a thread in there where I keep all of that sort of information in one place, but I'll have to see about that one. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording. I doubt I'm going to really trade with Scalded Land. Well, Maybe I should. I mean, you did come a long way. Where are you? Let's see. Have you got anything worth having a look at? I doubt you do. Got some copper. You got some iron, silver. Not really anything else. I'll take the silver, I guess. If you force me. I may even take the iron. Again, if you force me. That's 1,200 though. My god. I could get the same amount from the musical tooth for far, far less. Let me see if I've got anything I can trade. Got any poor things? We'll trade off all of the poor items that we've got. We won't trade off the two-headed ogre sandwich. We'll keep that, even though it is poor. Get rid of the poor sausages, though. And let's have a look. It's been a little while since I've brought you along for me looking through the stock of the kingdom, so you may as well have a quick glance, see where things lie. Get rid of those skulls. We'll keep the goblins and the two-headed ogre skulls, though, for aesthetic purposes. Alright, we want the statuettes now. We'll probably make up the rest of this with statuettes. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. Yes, no, maybe, maybe not. Okay, copper rings. Superior copper rings. We've got 2 of those. That's actually pretty cool. And 5 regular copper rings. Okay, well that's pretty good. In fact, I'm fairly sure I can drop 2 of those. Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's your trade. We'll go ahead and turn some more copper into rings and turn the silver into statues. Hopefully. Oh, in fact, on that note, we've got some silver statues. Fantastic. What's this one? Alex Slayer. Really? Must you keep doing this to us? Right, we're going to start... I'm going to keep those for possibly bronze statues or even gold statues. So I'm going to start replacing these ones up here symmetrically. So we'll get that one and then that one. And so on and so forth around these. I'm going to probably save for platinum statues. That's what I imagine we'll use there. We'll go to furniture just as soon as that's been removed. Who's that? That's probably Rick. Oh no, it's Sheelab. Well done, Sheelab. Chop chop. There we go. Right, now where are the statues? We want a silver statue, please. There we go. And this should improve the value of the Great Hall. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and hopefully when you return, we'll actually have this area done. I mean, the floor is done, so I'll probably set up the stockpile whilst you're away. So see you shortly. And welcome back. As you can see, we are placing in 2 new silver statues, though you can't really tell that they're silver, just that they are being placed. Hopefully this will increase our kingdom width because it is now the first day of autumn, and I am hoping desperately that we get some nomads. So I want to see what the Great Hall's worth is by the end of this. Come on, chop chop. Right, okay, what have we got? 42,000 gnome bucks. The kingdom worth in total is 277,000 gnome bucks. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. A merchant from Love Slave has arrived. Welcome, welcome. Please let there be some nomads about to arrive as well. We have almost finished out TrollOfReason's room as well as some other rooms over here. Let's head over there and check out. Oh, saving. Very well. Let's see. We have... No? Yes? We have... Oh, another room has been completely finished, and we've got 2 beds. Oh, that's brilliant. Those rooms just need the last furnishings, though we of course do need some extra statues in there. But now this one is for ArchXL, Evelyn, Trichrono, Leo the Jester, Deathbot. Right, okay then. Well, let's see who is working in and around this area. I think ArchXL was our flashsmith. Let's have a quick look. ArchXL. What is your job, ArchXL? You're a fleshsmith. Sanans is the next fleshsmith. So, I'm thinking that Sanans should have a room if they do not already. Let's just double check. Trichrono, Leo the Jester, Deathbot, Evelyn. No. Right, Sanans, you are about to get yourself a room. Well done. Personal quarters. This one is for Sanans. 534 gnome bucks. Where are you, Sanans? You'll probably be a little bit closer to the bottom, I think. There we are. You only joined the gnomes recently. Now, I am really hoping for some nomads. Come on, nomads. You know you want to join us. I've also... Ooh, 1 nomad! Ah, oh, thank goodness! Though that is a little bit less than I had hoped, if I am perfectly honest, but I am not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I've no idea what the relevance of that saying really is. I mean, why would you look a horse in the mouth anyway? But I've also, after hitting up the forums a little bit more, specifically the support forum this time for Gnomoria, through the process of elimination and much experimentation, some of the other players have worked out what seems to be the cause for this odd behavior that can ultimately end in death. And quite a few more people have come forward saying, well, you know, their kingdoms have been ravaged by this plague of people unwilling to eat or drink instead of training. But what it looks to be the case is that when the changeover happened, if anyone was in combat, it stuck them in combat. It was as if, because they weren't meant to be in combat anymore, the game stopped checking to see if they needed to stop fighting. So if they were already fighting, they just carried on fighting. They didn't stop for sleep, they didn't stop to eat, they didn't stop to drink, and as a result, they could die of thirst, hunger, or just pass out. Then it would tick over, so that's why we saw, at one point, 3 different sets of people training. It's because two individual pairs of sparring partners had gotten locked into combat for a while. Now, this could happen to someone even if they had a break, even if it was just them working there, because if they weren't meant to be there, it stopped checking to see if they wanted to stop fighting. So, as a result, we've gone back to the normal way that we had it all set up. So the blackened ones there, the poisonous ancients there, and as it is autumn, we've got the boned knifers of Martyr training here. We're going to keep this until, obviously, this bug is resolved. But now, let me see. I have already consulted with Chaoticles. I just need to find out exactly who they said was going to be coming into the foot. And it is going to be... Where are you? Here we are. Draig Werth. Well done, Draig. Let's get you put in there. Now, where are you, Nomad? I also need to see what you do well. You're okay with horticulture, but I'm not sure we really need another lumberjack. Let me just double check. We've got 1 carpenter, and I think we've got 2 lumberjacks. Yes, we do. I don't think we need anyone else doing that. We could perhaps do with an extra doctor. We've got plenty of boothsmiths, beastmasters, chefs, artisans. We've got enough of. Let's have a look. Masons, we've got 2 of, 2 miners. Oh, well, maybe we could do with an extra carpenter, but I'm not really inclined. No, I think we're going to have an extra tailor if you have any skills towards that end. Well, you don't really. Nevertheless, that is what you're going to be, Draig. There we go. And you shall be a tailor by profession. Now, where did you disappear off to? You will probably still be by the nomads up there. There we go. Welcome to the fort. I hope you have a long and happy stay in Castlegoat, especially the long bit. I mean, you know, there will be times when you're a bit grumpy because something hasn't been done. Maybe you haven't got a bedroom and you're being forced to sleep in the dormitory. But, you know, on the whole, I hope you have a very long stay. And by being very long, it kind of assumes that you're going to have a healthy stay as well. So it goes without saying. But I think we're actually doing quite well for ourselves at the moment. We've got 3 merchants here at the moment. Is this one love slave, perhaps? Might be. That silver ore is tempting. 14 silver ore. Yeah, we'll take the 14 silver ore. Let's see what we can trade for that. Let's zoom straight down. Where are my statuettes? If we have any. There we go. Let's get rid of all of those and see what we come to. We are very far off. I might give you a little bit more time to make some more statuettes, since those seem to be made very, very quickly. And that merchant only just arrived, so we should be good. Also, can you please clean these things up off the floor? Draig has only just arrived. We don't want to give them the wrong impression about the place. This is not a messy kingdom normally. It's just we're in the middle of remodeling. And look at that! Fantastic! Okay, we need to replace... Oh, I forgot to do that floor. Let me replace that floor with a block floor, of course. And then we'll also deconstruct these stairs, and we will replace them with basalt block stairs. So let's get those deconstructed. This is a large stockpile for our forge. It takes only ore and metal slivers. Oh, actually, it'll also take coal. And also any type of worn armor or weapon. Now, if we pop up here, It is time that we actually start moving some of our metal working workshops up there. But we're going to want 2 smelters, 2 forges, 1 metal worker, 1 coal. That is pretty much what I was thinking of. So we're going to want some extra stuff down there. So for you, I forget what you require, but let's get all of the things together that we need first. So to build that workshop, let's find you a forge, a moulder, hearth, and a bellows, and a smelter, a moulder, hearth, and a bellows. Well, that's not too bad then. Right, we want 2 molds. There we go. Of basalt, please. Oh, well, actually, we only need 1. Because we've already got 1 hearth and 1 bellows. The components for 1 each. Oh, actually, no, we do need 2. I was right the first time, since we're building 2 things that need a mold, a hearth, and a bellows, aren't we? My. Right, and what type of bellows are they? It honestly looks like you've got different sorts. Well, I'm going to give you pine bellows. All of you are going to have new bellows. Yours are probably wearing down anyway. There we go. Just as well, they don't require leather for those. They should, really, since a bellows made entirely of wood does not a good bellows make. Right. Have we done the work down here? I'm going to probably have to replace these floors, because these were just carved out as well. But on the whole, things are going well. Right, let's... actually, I'll wait for you to finish that. And we'll increase the time progression as well. Right, let's replace those floors with nice uniform basalt blocks. There we are. And as soon as that is done, we'll replace them with basalt block stairs as well. This is fantastic. We're going to be able to get everything up here in a moment. Oh, happy days. Happy days indeed. Though setting up all of the production, yeah, that's going to be a whole other affair. Wow. That one especially is going to take a long time. We'll do all of that off camera. There is no way that will be interesting for you to watch, I'm afraid. Right, we want to build stairs up, please. Where are you? Stairs up. Block stairs. And there we go. Right, this storage area is complete. Over time, I'm sure we're going to have to add more and more storage crates in there. But this area is now also finished. Well done. I wasn't expecting it to be all done that fast, honestly. Right, have you done the bellows yet? You actually have. Well done. What about you? Have you done... you need 2 more hearths. So let's give that a few moments. And then once that's ready, we will move everything up en masse. Now, as for you, actually, I don't like the fact... Yeah, let's have another look at what we want the metal crafter. Where would that be? Forge, smelter, blacksmith. Oh. I appear to have neglected something. Ah, okay, so the coal is not going to be up there. Damn! I missed something out. We need the blacksmith and the metal worker. Oh, bugger it. That isn't so good. That isn't good at all. Right, well, they need hearth and bellows, so we want another 2 basalt hearths, another 2 pine bellows, and you know what? I think we need better anvils, because having copper anvils just doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense at all. Right, where's the bellows? Down here? Yes, they are. Now, I don't think we've got enough steel, really, to be able to afford to just say, we'll make it out of steel, because that makes the most sense. But at the same time, I'm really tempted. Really tempted. So tempted, in fact. How much does it cost to make one of these? We would need to go to the forge for that, and an anvil requires 8 bars. That's expensive. Very expensive, but at the same time, it would look so much better. Go for it. Castlegoat deserves to have good anvils. Our smiths do awesome work, and on that note, I may well even replace these ones, honestly, with steel anvils. You deserve it. And although it is going to be very costly, And actually, Adgestone now has all steel, so I've had Flying Staplers making... in fact, I'm going to suspend you for now. She's been making a complete spare set of steel armor. But we'll put that on pause for now and get everything ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here whilst everyone is preparing for the big move of all of our metal workstations up there. It is a shame that I can't have the charcoal furnace up there, but perhaps I can put the charcoal furnace and the prospector in the same sort of room, maybe just off the side there, because pretty much the only places using coal is this area and the carpenter for torches. So maybe also you. I might have to rethink that, because also I would also like to have the... I've got to stop saying also, but I would like to have a prospector near here because we're going to be using stone as well. It's a bit of a difficult decision there, but I think we will actually have it set up in here. We'll have just sort of a miscellaneous crafting area. We'll have the pottery kiln, the prospector, and the furnace set up by there. I think that would be the best place. But that is it for this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed. I hope you will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care. And be sure that if you are playing this, try not to fall prey to the bug in the training grounds or guard stations or the patrol routes until it's been fixed. Keep one squad using it on all shifts. Don't have any breaks, even just free shifts. Have it all full of the same squad. Otherwise, you do risk having your gnomes die, and that would be terrible. But as I said, this is the end. So until next we meet, do take care.